the word, everybody? I go by the name of Kemet High, and off rip, I want to say thank you to everybody who continues to pull up and watch the break. This week's guest, the DMV's new wave, his name is Joony. He's got a project out right now called Shittims. Pretty in Black really got him a lot of buzz last year. Silent Battles got him some traction in 2021. So when he pulls up, we're going to talk about his journey, his projects, his standout songs, his influences, all that jazz. He's in the mix right now. We love it when they're on time. So shout out to that, man. For everybody just now pulling up, Joony will be in the mix. Y'all go ahead, drop your favorite Joony track in the comments. I want to see it. I'm going to tap in and see if he's around.
It's all good. Yo.
What's up, son?
Joony, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. No complaints. My name is Kemet. Thank you for pulling up, man. I'm real excited for this one. You've been working your ass off for, I feel like, closer to a decade now. Finally starting to get some mainstream traction. So, yeah, we're going to get into all that.
Yeah, bro. Definitely coming on 10 years for sure.
Yeah,
Shit
for
lit.
sure. For real, yeah. Real talk.
Let's get into it, though.
Straight up. Let's start with Silver Spring, Maryland. It's the place you call home, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the vibe there? Like, what do you think you took from that environment growing up?
So Silver Spring is kind of like, it's kind of in the middle of everything. Like, where I grew up is like, see, technically, it's in Montgomery County, right? But it's like a 2-minute drive to Prince George's County and like a 6-minute drive to DC.
Oh, wow.
But technically, I'm in Montgomery County, so I kind of get, like, being in Silver Spring, I kind of get a mix of, like, you know, the whole spiel, really, the whole DMV kind of. So being from Silver Spring, specifically in Maryland, kind of gave me an outlook on, you know, what it's like hanging out uptown in DC and what it's like hanging out on the PG side, and then, you know, what it's like going to school in Montgomery County. So I kind of get a good grip on, you know, the whole 9 yards and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I didn't know it was that close to PG County and DC. How would you describe like the music scene specifically in Silver Spring? And obviously, I'm sure things from those areas bleed into it as well. So, yeah, like what's the scene like there? How is it coming up?
Like the scene music wise type shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like Silver Spring specifically, it's not really too. I mean, it's a lot of producers I know from Silver Spring, but you know, rappers, it's not too many that's making like a shit ton of noise. It's a lot of homies from back in the day and shit, but in terms of like people that's kind of like making as much noise as me from my city, I don't think it's really anybody. But I do have homies. Like I have a collective called 211. I got my homie Max Freetown and my homie Swagger. That kind of they kind of came up with me. We grew up together in middle school and high school. They kind of like, you know, my right hand when it comes to the music shit. But technically, bro, in Silver Spring, it ain't really nobody, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like it's just me. DMV wise, it's a good amount of people, especially in the city right now. In the city, it's a lot of new young niggas, bro. KP, Cruddy, my nigga Cartier's, JG Riff, bro. It's a lot of people in the city, but Silver Spring specifically, nah, it ain't too many people.
Sheesh. I'm not mad at it though, because I feel like that's dope. That doesn't mean you putting on, you know what I'm saying, setting that tone from where people are coming after you. I want to go back. Yeah, hell yeah. I want to go back a little bit. Like you talked about your 211 collective, coming up with them in middle school, high school. Who were some artists that you were listening to around that time?
So around like middle school and high school is kind of like, that's kind of like when I started to shape my taste in music. Yeah. That's kind of when I started to I kind of started to it kind of started to like shape my taste and shit. In high school, I was listening to like a lot of, that was when like Cardi was first coming out in like 2016 type shit, like 2016, 2015.
Yeah.
Like I remember this nigga did a show at Bombay Knots. For the real niggas in DC, niggas know about Bombay Knots, bro.
That's the spot.
He did a show in Bombay Knots, and fucking I missed the shit. I missed it, and I was so sick, bro. But bro, the show had like 200 niggas. You can still see the fucking video on YouTube. Oh, it's crazy seeing how big that nigga is now. But yeah, bro, like Cardi, fucking I'm trying to think, twin. I used to listen to a lot of Joey Badass and shit.
Joey, a legend. Let's talk about it. Why Joey? Why
that nigga, that was like, I had a whole boom bap phase where I was like on some like conscious ass third eye, you know what I'm saying? I was on all that little shit. I started getting my dress. I went vegan for a little bit. I had like freeform locks.
Okay.
I was on some shit back in the day, but yeah, that was like high school type shit. I was kind of on that wave. A lot of Kendrick, Mac Miller,
definitely.
J. Cole. And then yeah, towards high school, I started getting in the underground like Xavier Wolf and motherfucking, you know, people like that.
Yeah, for sure. On the note of Kendrick, I think I saw you speak about like your love for Good Kid, Mad City. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I got to hang it on the wall in here. But I'm curious to know, like, what's the album that made you fall in love with hip hop?
Good Kid, Mad City, for real. I don't know if you heard that in like in like another interview or some shit, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Good Kid, Mad
research.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City definitely made me. That shit made me fall in love with music, bro. Cause bro, I remember I was in like 7th grade, and I heard like I think it was Poetic Justice or some shit like that. I think it was Poetic Justice.
All this.
And I was like, boy, this shit hit. That shit, bro. I was like 12, but like.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, this shit hit. So I started like writing raps and shit. I would be on YouTube typing up Kendrick instrumentals and shit like that. So you know, yeah, it was definitely that album changed my musical palette. You could say.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what got you. That's what inspired you to be an artist, low key, or was it something else? And that was just one of the dominoes that fell.
I'll say it was one of the dominoes, but.
Sure.
I was just like I always been into music. I always been into music and art, like art, like film, you know, comedy, art, motherfucking shit like that. Like I always been into it, and music especially. Like, bro, I was 3. My favorite shows was only the shows that incorporated music, like the Wiggles. I was fucking with the Wiggles. Like I legit only fuck with the little shows that incorporated music and shit. So it's like, you know, yeah, man. So yeah, it was probably one of the dominoes for real. It probably was just God kind of putting it in place. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Nah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. I was doing some digging on your SoundCloud. I saw that. I think the first track, at least that's on there right now, was Funeral in like 2014. Was that the first song you ever recorded?
Say it again.
Funeral. I was doing some digging on your SoundCloud and I saw Funeral. Yeah, was that the first track you ever recorded?
It's not the first track I ever recorded. That's the first. That's one of the first songs I put out on SoundCloud that was kind of going locally. Yeah. But nah, that wasn't the first song I recorded. I had deleted some shit that was there before that because it was just too. I didn't want it out. But my first song was in 2014.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about it. Like, you remember it?
Yeah, so it was a Mac Miller. I don't know. So do you know this song by Mac Miller called Diablo?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my favorite Mac tracks. It makes you go crazy. Yeah.
When I was 13, that shit came out. And so I had a mutual homie who had a studio in his bedroom. He was like 4 years older than me. It's my homie Zay. And so at the time, he let me go into his studio and record. And so we loaded up the Diablo instrumental. You can still probably find it on Audio Mac. You got to type in Joony Melodina. I'm going to type it in right here.
For sure. I was going to say, don't worry, I will, because I'm curious to see what you sound like.
Yeah, like, I just typed in it. If you type in that on fucking Audio Mac, you could probably find it. That's me at like 13 trying to rap.
Okay. All right. For sure. So I know that's when you spoke about getting your foot in that time. You marked 2019, as like the start of your latest run. Obviously, Joony, the mixtape came out in that year. How did things shift around that time for you?
Around like 2019, 2020 type shit?
Yeah, exactly.
That was kind of the first year where, so it was a lot going on, bro. I'm not going to lie. So I was broke as shit at the time. I was working at a Busboys and Poets. Everybody from DC, they probably know what a Busboys and Poets is, but it's just like a restaurant in the city and shit. Okay. And I was food running, serving tables and shit. Shit wasn't looking that sweet. And, but I was still like hustling on SoundCloud and shit. Like I was hustling like shit. I was putting out tracks like every motherfucking week. I would go home. I would literally go to school. I was in fucking community college. I would go to school and then I would walk to my job from my school and then do like an 8-hour shift. And then at the fucking end of the day, I would go home and record like 3 songs and I would do it all again the next day. So I was really just on some fun. Like I was full time, like going hard type shit.
Yeah, respect to it.
Long story short, I had fucking I had been working there for about a year at the time, and then COVID hit, and I had got let off. Right, they fired me, so I started just getting unemployment checks and shit, and like I just had so much more free time to really do what I want to do. So nigga, I just did it, and then shit just started going up, like on my soul, like that shit just started. Yeah, bro, like shit started going up like shit, and I was like, okay. And that's when I kind of started to gain like somewhat of a real, true local fan base, like, you know. So that's that kind of changed. That was when like my life started to change a little bit. And then later in 2020, Brent Faiyaz kind of caught wind of my shit. He started to show love. That's my boy. Like he really.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, he did a lot, and yeah, man, that's kind of how that happened, bro. Long story short.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I was curious because I saw between like 2019, 2020, you really had your foot on the gas. Like it didn't seem like you was just holding stuff back on the hard drive.
Hell
no,
no,
I was letting it fly.
I'm trying to really go back to that now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like after shittims and shit, like I'm about to flood, my nigga. I'm about to flood.
Love to hear it. All right, so after 2020, I just want to go through like the next few years after that. 2021 Silent Battles dropped. I feel like that started to get you a lot of mainstream traction, or at least from the outside looking in. Like, would you consider that project to be your welcome to the rap game moment?
Which project you said?
Silent Battles.
Yeah, that was probably the project. That was the project that most people was like, oh shit, like he like a real artist, like he not like a DMV artist, like he like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could really do this shit. And that was the first album I put out that kind of like transcended through like different countries and, you know, different states. I gained so many like fans off that shit. So yeah, that was for sure. You can say that for sure.
Word. Yeah, you showed and proved that. That same year, Paper Soldier with Brent came out. I know you've spoken on this a few times, so my bad for being repetitive, but
you good, bro.
Talk to us a little bit about like how did y'all meet and like why is that relationship important to you? I mean, he's like an R&B superstar now, so how did y'all connect and what does that mean?
So yeah, twin, what really happened was, so it was like 2020, I had just dropped Ghost and it was going up. Ghost was going up, everybody was fucking with it. I was still real underground at the time though. Like I probably didn't even have 10,000 followers, so I was like pretty low key. And my homie Zoo, he's actually like one of my managers now.
Shut up.
Zoo, he's like one of Brent's best friends. He's just really tapped in. He's like just he one of the most tapped in niggas I know. Like he a real like A&R like at heart. Like he knows like that's what he do type shit. So I guess he kind of just found me like through word of mouth, and he showed it to Brent, and like they were just, you know, they were just fucking with it like heavy, like. And so long story short, Brent had invited me to, what was it? I think first time I met bro was at like a B&B kickback or something. He was having a kickback out of LA. I was in LA for a little bit. He invited me over there and I talked to him for the first time. We talked on the balcony for like 20 minutes. We locked in. I got his number and it was up from there. Like next thing I know, he invited me out to LA again to work on Paper Soldiers. And we did that. That was a big deal for me. Yeah, bro. He did a lot for me, bro. I'm real grateful for that, man, bro. Like he ain't really had to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's real nigga shit. I can't even lie.
Absolutely.
And so long story short, that's really how it was. Like his homie put him on to me and he was just a real enough nigga to be like, I fuck with this nigga, bro. And just, you know, he did that, you know.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Well, off rip, I bet the kickback was fire. I talked to him a few years back. Yeah, he told me he keep the ratio straight. He told me how he get down. So I'm sure it was wavy.
ratio straight, bruh. Bruh,
Yeah.
keep the ratio straight, man. Bruh, keep the ratio straight. For sure.
I feel it. I feel it. I'm a fast forward and rewind again. I got to get into fuck is you talking about. Now that we here, that was the track that earned you your first of many appearances on the Billboard Hot 100. How did that come together?
FYTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how that came together. So at the time, me and Brent had been cool for like a year or some shit, year and some change, you know. And he wanted to get me on his album. He'd been working on his album for a little bit, and so he sent me that open. It was a open verse. Yeah, I did it in LA. And the day I recorded the verse, he had pulled up. That's the video that had fake went viral for a little bit when he walked in the studio and we was listening to it and shit. I had recorded the verse, and at first I wanted to get on some singing shit because I wanted to. At the time, I was making Pretty and Black at the time, and I was trying to like get more diverse in my singing bag. I wanted to sing, but he really wanted me to rap. So I was like, all right, bet. Like he wanted me to get in that rapping bag. I'm a rap. So that's how that verse came about. Really.
Right.
Yes. You know, long story short, we kind of just, he sent me the open, and the day that I did the verse, he pulled up to the motherfucking studio, and we just vibed out. I think we went to the club after, and yeah, bro, it was lit, bro. That's my
Fire.
Yeah. Good man, bro.
Nothing
bad to say about that man, bro. He a real nigga.
For sure. Now you got to respect that.
Yeah.
You just mentioned Pretty and Black. That was the project that did it for me. I could probably name you a few, but what are some of your favorite records on there?
On Pretty and Black, bro, like that's, I feel like, see, niggas gonna fucking say, niggas gonna say Pretty and Black was not my best shit. Niggas gonna say Silent Battles was, bro. They tripping, bro. Pretty and Black.
Okay, you stepping Pretty and Black then.
Is the best. All the niggas that be debating, I be peeping that shit. Nah, bro. But nah, with that being said, though, I say the best tracks on there probably, bro, I think, Not Going Back is very good, bro. That shit slept on. Highs Me is good. I was listening to Highs Me yesterday. I was like, bro, this shit bust. Highs Me, I'll fuck with I'm in Love. Drifting in Tokyo is fire as fuck. Like, probably Not Going Back is probably the best one to me, because that's like, that shit just like, I feel it. I feel that bitch in my soul. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Nah, I feel like that's a lot of the tracks on there. I mean, it's hard to kind of narrow down like a top or a favorite because you came correct.
If I had to narrow it down, I'd say Not Going Back.
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
Oh, everything is good too. Everything is good. Oh shit, that nigga said
everything.
Yeah, that shit is.
My crib
too, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
See, that shit
saying. It's not from me.
Stop playing, bro. That shit real buzz, bro.
Real talk. Yo, was that Highs Lows was another one of my favorite. Was that Jim Jones? Was that a Jim Jones click at the top of that?
I think it was Jim Jones. My homie had put a clip from a documentary in there. Yeah, I think it was. That shit was fire, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Joony, I got a few more questions. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get up out of here. I want to get in the, for sure. I want to get into Shittims. Obviously, well, first of all, congrats on the recent job. I know it came out at the top of the month. But what does that word mean in Joony's dictionary of slang? What the hell is Shittims? Yeah, talk to me.
So Shittims is like, so me and the homies, we got a lot of slang, right? We got a lot of slang. It's past DMV slang. It's just really slang that me and the homies had created, right? So
gotcha.
Shittims is like, it's kind of like saying you on shit. It's like you on Shittims, like you on shit. You know, like when you doing a lot, you just achieve some shit that's like hard to achieve. Like you on shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of just like making the word longer, but you know, just adding some swag to it. It's like, bro, we on Shittims. Like we getting that money on. Like, on my soul, we getting that money on. We on Shittims. Like same thing with Munyon. It's like I literally changed my name to Munyon because I'm like, bro, that's all we do. You hear me? So it's like, I don't know. It's really just some, you know, it's some shit to kind of just incorporate, like, you know, the lifestyle of me and the homies, and kind of let y'all into, like, you know, how we live and how we speak and how we kind of create, you know, how we create, how we live day by day, bro. It's like, it's kind of just, you know, shitums literally doesn't mean anything more than you being on shit. But at the same time, it's like, you know, that shit mean a lot, because it's like everything I accomplished in my life has happened from me being on shitums. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know,
I can relate.
it's real simple, but at the same time, you know, it's deep. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's that on that. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, nah, that's a big move. I know on the overall project you recruit a lot of people from the DMV to work on it as well. Like, can you name a few of them, and can you speak to why you decided to put on in that way?
Yeah, bro. I put all the homies on there. I put my homie Manivelli on there, Spizzle though,
Yeah,
and
shout
Turk.
out to him.
Yeah, Spark him. And I put a few others on there. I put Trill on there, my homie Trill, and I put my homie 4 Days on there too. And yeah, bro, like that's really and
Yep.
my bad, Birdie. I ain't even
Nah,
peep. My phone
nah,
died and shit, bro.
you good? You good? Listen, I'm about to let you get up out of
Now it's
here. We got like a few more questions.
we back in it, bitch. We back. We back.
Straight up. You was talking about like putting on for the DMV. Why you decided to do that on Shitums?
Bro, I decided to do that, bro, because like I'm not better hold you. Like I had so long story short, I had so much music kind of built up from like 2021 to like the beginning of 2023, like
Gotcha.
with Spizzle, Manny, Turk. You know, I spent so much time in their basement just recording music, going hard for like, bro, like going hard for a good motherfucking a year, bro. We probably had like 60, 70 tracks lined up, ready to
Jeez.
go. And I was like, bro, like, there's no reason to let this shit sit and waste. You know what I'm saying? This shit is beautiful music. And, you know, I made all of that shit in the DMV with all DMV based artists. And it's like, why wouldn't I put that out, you know, as I'm going on this journey in music, you know, fuck around, like put that shit out for the niggas back home, buy the niggas back home, and celebrate it back home. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of not only celebrate the music, but celebrate the success and how far we come, and celebrating the fact that like we the only young niggas really doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? So
About this shit.
it's kind of like a victory. Like it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like a celebration. Like we really doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really want
Yeah,
to put on for my homies because I really love them niggas, bro. And they, you know, they took me in, and you know, they really treat me like, you know, they treat me like family. So, you know, I'm gonna try my best to do the same.
for sure. Now that's a special one for sure. Definitely like a hometown hero project. One of
So,
my favorites on there, Standout, Jagged Edge. I gotta ask you, what do you remember about the day you put that together? Do you remember? I know you just said you had like 60, 70 tracks in the tuck, but
okay,
yeah, what's the word
so
on Jagged Edge?
so when the day I put together Jagged Edge,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so I do remember it. I think he was going through beats. I was like, it was Manny. I think it was Manny. I was like, let's make some drill shit. And yeah, bro, he was like, all right, I got some drill shit. I forget if he made the beat in front of me or if he already had it made. But I remember hearing the beat and I was like, oh nah, like this, yeah, like this,
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this the one, right here, twin.
for
And I was
sure.
like, all right, say that. So we fucked around. We made that shit, and it was quick. Dog was in the room actually. TTM Dog was in the room. I think that was the
Wait.
same day I made Ooh.
Oh,
That was
okay,
the same day I made Ooh.
okay.
And
Hey.
yeah, bro. Dog was fucking around, and he like ghost wrote some lines in there. The little block that hoe, but I ain't Ben Wallace. He wrote that line and shit like that.
Love it. Shout
Yeah,
out to Ben Wallace,
but
man.
yeah, nigga. But yeah, twin, that's really it, bro. I also want to talk about this little pop up I got going too. I got a pop up going on
Oh hell yeah,
in the
talk.
city May 27th. All y'all niggas in here, all my fans in here that's in the city, bro. May 27th, I got a pop up. We finna have all Shittims merch, man. We going up. We got free
Ooh,
drinks, Shittims merch, man. We could slide to the Yemi, slide to that
okay.
shit. And I got the deluxe on the way, you hear me?
See, I was just about to ask what you got going
Shittims
on for the rest of the
deluxe on
year.
the way, you hear me? You hear me? You know I got
Ooh.
KP Skywalker on that bitch. I got Cartier's bag. Come on, twin. Like,
Ooh.
come
All
on,
right,
twin.
yeah, I heard it straight like that. Y'all just got the exclusive. Wait, did you announce that before?
Nah,
All right,
nah.
so y'all just got the double XL
This nigga
exclusive.
Chino
Now we
said
good.
free drink. Yeah, you dumb as shit, son.
Nah, I feel
Nah.
it though. I feel it though. Yo, Joony, my last question to you. How do you want your legacy to be remembered? In rap, you obviously are described as a chameleon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody who makes all these different vibes. a true artist, you know, through and through. It's not just one thing you're good at. It's multiple. So yeah, what do you take from that, and how do you want your legacy in music to be remembered?
Bro, I just want to be remembered as like, I want to be remembered as a very talented individual, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I want to be remembered as somebody who was really themselves to the T. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really, like, I'm not one to like, I'm not one to kind of like, you know, ever fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want to be remembered as like a real person who really cared for the art. Like, to be honest, like, I don't really care about none of this shit but the art. Like, I really do music because that's really what I love at the end of the day. And like, you know, I just want to be remembered as a talented individual who cared about the art. You know what I'm saying? And who really didn't really care for nothing else but that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, that's really it. I just really want to be. I want to be remembered for the art, bro. Fuck all that other shit.
Fuck it. You walking in that path as we speak, man. Y'all heard it right there. Y'all make sure y'all pull up to that pop out.
Nigga said, "Why be better?"
Of course. You know how that go on the internet. They gonna somebody in the
yeah,
is gonna be saying that.
Yeah, shit. Nah,
yeah.
bro, this is a good interview though. I appreciate you, son.
Yeah, I appreciate the convo. Hopefully we can do something else in the future. Shittims Deluxe on the way. Y'all go run up the original. I mean, Joony, thank you for taking the time, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Be safe.
Peace.